Truly a pleasure and an honor to be with all of you today. I want to first thank Michele for her wonderful remarks earlier today. And I also want to thank a few other people, Congressman Clark, and to all the DNC members who are here. And I know that there is a reason why we all gathered here today, right? We are here because we know that we stand at a fundamental crossroads for our country. And I know that you're here because you know that in a little over a year, we are going to make a choice that will impact our lives truly for decades to come. And I know you're here because truly you care about this country. You care about your fellow citizens. You care about our kids, our grandkids, and you care about the world that we're leaving for them. And that is truly the reason why I'm here today. Because one of the beautiful things about being First Lady is that I have the privilege of traveling all across this great country, meeting folks from all over the state and sacrificing, never spending a dime on themselves because they desperately want something better for their kids. And make no mistake about it, these struggles are not new. For decades now, middle-class folks have let everything fall apart for struggling families. That's not who we are. Instead, we say, there, but for the grace of God, goes my family. Instead, we remember that we are all in this together, and we extend a helping hand. And that is why, even though some are trying to stop this bill from moving forward, my husband is never going to give up. He's going to keep keep fighting for what are common sense jobs proposals. Things like tax cuts for workers or tax credits for businesses that hire unemployed veterans, jobs for teachers and construction workers, job training for unemployed or low-income workers, things like rebuilding our crumbling schools, refurbishing vacant or foreclosed homes and businesses. All of that is part of the American Jobs Act. All of that is in there. The difference between women losing $50, $100, $500 from each paycheck, or having that money to buy gas and groceries and school clothes for their kids. That is the choice that we're making in this country. But now, there are folks out there talking about repealing this reform. So today, we have to ask ourselves, is this who we are? Will we let them succeed? No. Is this what we want? Will we let insurance companies deny us coverage because we have pre-existing conditions like breast cancer or diabetes? Or will we stand up and say that in this country, we don't let our fellow citizens go bankrupt because they got sick? Not here in America. Will we let insurance companies refuse to cover basic preventative care? Things like cancer screenings and prenatal care that save money but more importantly save lives? Or will we stand up for our lives and for the lives of the people that we love? That is what's at stake here. That is the choice in this election. It's on our nation's highest court. But more importantly, let's not forget the impact of their decisions. The impact that will have on our lives for decades to come. On our privacy and security, on whether we can speak freely, worship. And think about all that we are doing and will continue to do to help out our veterans and all the families of the troops to get their education, to get the employment and the benefits that they've earned, because we believe that we should serve our men and women in uniform and their families as well as they have served us. and how we finally brought to justice the man behind the 9/11 attacks. That made our country great and built a thriving middle class. Will we rebuild our economy for the long term so that work pays, so that responsibility is actually rewarded, and everyone gets a fair shake and does their fair share? Who are we? That is the choice we face. Those are the stakes. And believe me, your president knows this. And he understands these issues because he's lived them. He was raised by a single mother who struggled to put herself through school and pay the bills. And when she needed help, who stepped in but his grandmother, waking up every morning before dawn to take that bus to that job at the bank. His grandmother worked hard and she was good at what she did. But for nearly 2 decades, she was passed over for promotions. Why? Because she was a woman. And she watched men no more qualified than she, men she actually trained to climb the corporate ladder ahead of her. So believe me, God knows what it means when a family struggles, knows what it means when someone doesn't have a chance to fulfill their potential. And today, as a father, he certainly knows what it means to want your child to grow up with no limits on their dreams. See, these are the experiences that have made him the man and the president